Good morning, everyone. Today we're gonna complete the second part of grammar, and that's gonna be in your reader's notebook, page 310. Direct quotations and interjections. Okay, we call direct quotations all the time in our direct speech. Direct speech, the speaker is saying something, okay, in a direct way. For example, number one, the tour guide said, "We'll be leaving for the cavern shortly." That's the direct speech, exactly the direct quotation. Between, the two quotations, or the quotation marks, we have the direct speech. So the answer is, "We'll be leaving for the cavern shortly." But I'm gonna add something for you. If I want to transform the direct speech into indirect speech, what shall I do? I'm gonna tell you very brief. We're gonna say that the tour guide said that. We delete the comma, we delete the two quotation marks, and we're gonna transform every tense between the two quotations into a further one. For example, present simple is gonna be past simple. Okay, past simple is gonna be past perfect, and so on. Present continuous is going to be past continuous. Model, like will, is going to be would. Shall is going to be should, and so on. So if I want to transform that, number one, the tour guide said, "We will be leaving for the cavern shortly." That's direct speech. What about indirect speech? You're going to say, the tour guide said that we would be leaving for the cavern shortly. Number two, "I can't wait to see the glacier," said Miranda. Okay, the direct quotation here, we know that. I can't wait to see the glacier. That's the answer. But if I want to transform it into indirect speech, I shall say Miranda said that she couldn't wait to see the glacier. Look, guys, you're not required to answer the indirect quotation, but I give you as an extra information, and I'm gonna answer the others without indirect one. Number three, Marco talked a lot about the journey, saying, "I have seen many wonderful sights." So the indirect quotation, "I have seen many wonderful sights." 4. Kai had trouble explaining what he had seen. The beauty of the rainforest is hard to describe. So, the direct quotation or the direct speech is, "The beauty of the rainforest is hard to describe." Okay. That's number 5. Janet looked forward to the trip, saying, "I've always wanted to see the penguins." The direct quotation or direct speech is, "I have always wanted to see the penguins." Okay. Number 6. "There are no words to describe it," said Erin. And she told her friends about plants and animals of the desert. The direct speech is, "There are no words to describe it." The next exercise, identify the interjection in each direct quotation. Before we answer that, we all know the interjection words, and I said that earlier in the class if you could remember, like wow, ouch, oh, and so on. Number 7, ouch, cried Natasha. "Those rocks are sharp." So, the direct quotation, we know that is, "Those rocks are sharp," but what I need here, the interjection is ouch. 8. Alex was stunned by the scenery. "Wow, that is amazing." The interjection word here is wow. "Goodness gracious," cried Tarek. "That is spectacular." Goodness gracious is the interjection one. 11. "For goodness sake," Martin smiled. "I'd be happy to come along." The interjection one is "for goodness sake." 12. "What an incredible sight," declared Samantha. "Awesome." The interjection word is awesome. The next page, 311. We are going to connect that to writing. That's a piece of grammar. We have here a sentence without helping verb. For example, the lightning brightened the night sky. But here we're going to use some of helping verbs. As we said yesterday, verb to be and verb to have. If you remember, we have 4 helping verbs in English. Number 1, verb to be. 2, verb to have. 3, verb to do. 4, the models. Verb to be: am, is, are in the present, was, were in the past, been or been in the past participle. Verb to have or has in the present, had in the past and past participle. Verb to do or does in the present, did in the past, done in the past participle. The models: will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, and ought to, and can, could for sure. Here we use 2 verbs of our helping verbs, which are verb to be and verb to have, as we said. I am going to remind you again, I use verb to have informing the perfect tenses, but I use verb to be mainly informing the continuous or progressive tenses. As you can see, the first sentence here, the lightning has brightened the night sky. Has brightened is present perfect because has as a present one. The lightning had brightened the night sky. Had brightened is a past perfect. The past perfect in English, we call it as the furthest tense in the whole language. The present perfect, we use it for something happened in the past and has some result in the present, or a very, very light result, or something happened a very short time ago. We move to number 3. The lightning is brightening the night sky. Is brightening is the present continuous. 4. The lightning was brightening the night sky. Was brightening is past continuous. We all know that we use the present continuous for something that is going on now, but we use the past continuous to recite something was going on in the past. Good. Let's answer number 1. We rewrite each sentence using the form of verb to have. We use have here only. 1. We hear the sound of thunder. Yes, we hear the sound of thunder. The answer could be: we had heard the sound of thunder. 2. We buy flashlight in case of blackout. The answer: we have bought flashlights in case of blackouts. 3. My family ran out of batteries during the last storm. The answer is: my family had run out of batteries during the last storm. As we know, after verb to have we use the past participle. The past participle of here is heard. Buy, bought, ran, run. Number 4, here we're going to use verb to be only. The thunder makes my dog nervous. So makes here gives me the time of present. That's very clear. The thunder is making my dog nervous. 2. I give my dog a treat to comfort him. I give here in the present simple. If I say I gave, that's another issue. I give my dog a treat to comfort him. The answer: I am giving my dog a treat to comfort him. 6. Shyla hopes that the rain will be good for the lawn. Hopes is present simple. It's going to be Shyla is hoping that the rain will be good for the lawn. By the way, I don't like to say Shala is hoping, because in British English, is hoping we don't consider it as correct, but that's an American curriculum, and that's correct in the American accent. So 6 again, Shala is hoping that the rain will be good for the lawn.